So hello and welcome once again to my 00 gauge layout New Junction. Now where I left off last time, I just finished titivating with the ballast and I was going to head to Model Rail Scotland. Now, just shows you the value of a good model railway exhibition, because I've come back full of motivation and I've binned off doing any of the jobs on my jobs list that I wanted to do, and I've gone ahead and added some static grass to really invigorate the scene. Right, so what I'm going to do now is take you back a couple of days and I'll show you how I got to this stage. So this is the bit of the layout which I'm going to have a play with, just to try something else, and begin with the greenery. Now, for this area, I'm going to use several products. Now, these are tried and tested. I use them on the original New Junction, although the colours may be different. And it all starts with WWS layering spray. So I've got the base cover on, as we can see, of the fine scatter. Now, I'll layer that up in a moment with a small amount of spray, and I'm using two colours of grass. We've got the North European and the Dead. Now, North European is the green colour, the Dead is the yellow, which I'll show you an overlay shot of. We put those on. We put the North European pretty much everywhere. Then the Dead is patchy, and then we go over it with my favourite colours: coarse turf, burnt grass, and coarse turf light green, just to sort of really add some variance. And what I'll be doing is adding layering spray at each level. I've even got one of these accent shakers, which I can put a very fine colour in, such as white, just to really add some extra colour to the mix. But first, before I stand up again, I'm going to cover the track with some trusty masking tape. So now the tape's on and the main line has a bit of kitchen towel over it, just to protect against the spray, not that I'll be going everywhere with it. Next is to take the my WWS Static grass applicator. This is the micro applicator, and I'm going to start loading it up with some North European. Simple as that. All in the hopper. So what I'll do is I'll move this out of the way, put the lid back on, and I'm going to spray very close to where I need it. And I'm probably going to start here first, just because I'm a big chicken, and we'll see how it looks. So, first level first. What I will do, just going to take a bit of kitchen towel and just wipe off the excess that's got onto the road. In hindsight, I probably should have taped that off as well, but remember, this is a guide of what not to do. All part of the fun. So as you can see, just that layer has really changed the look of this. It's really given it a grassy fuzz look to it compared to just the underlay, and already you can, just by studying the ground, you can see the areas where the brown paint is seeing through, which we originally did, and then you've got patches of the fine scatter before the grass itself. Next on the list we've got the WWS Dead grass, because I want to tone it down a bit, and I'm not going to have too much in this one because I'm going to do patches. So that's next in the hopper. We're just going to do patches coming down. We'll see how that looks. And there we go. As you can see, it's now added. Definitely there's 3 patches which are quite obvious at this stage, but there's still more to go. Covered my own track, so you can see there's a little mark in each one where I've had the crocodile clip, but that's all about to be covered up. So what I'm going to do now is adding on the Woodland Scenic's burnt grass, and again, just randomly, just lightly. Again with the layering spray. Not too much, just to accent that. Once again, a bit further, a bit higher up, spraying it once again. So next on the list, nice and simply, is to take the accent shaker. Now this comes from the Woodland Scenics range. I can't remember for the life of me what it's called, but basically you get this in a pack, plus lots of various colours. Now I particularly like the yellow because it stands out a mile, so I'm going to put a tiny bit in here, and then same again, add it just an ever so slight dusting to the scene. So once again, a bit more layering spray, and then a tiny bit of yellow, fine turf. And seal it all in, one last spray of the layering spray. And there we go. So I've turned the camera around, and obviously you've still got the track underneath the masking tape, but you can really see how much that's brought just this section of landscape to life compared to what we had before. It's really just given it an energy and a sort of vibrance to it all, which is exactly what we wanted. And the idea is you can build it up as many times as you want, as many layers as you want with the various products, and the world's your oyster. And you can do it at the same time because the layering spray works on top of each other instantly. Once you're happy, leave that to dry, but as you can see, it's instant results, and it's dare I say it, pocket money prices. So very satisfying change to a layout. Right, I think what I'm going to go away and do now is a bit more. And there we go. As you can see, it's made a massive difference to the scene. Now, obviously, I've only done down here in the lower banks so far. I'm I like the look that much, I'm tempted to go and do over the top and down this hill as well, just to really complete the look for the time being. As I said though, I am jumping ahead slightly, so what I've done is I've only done on this side of this fence. I've not done any further down this part of the layout yet until I've finished putting this fence in all the way along, and then I will. I also need to paint the heritage line rails and get the ballast in quickly. Just switching ends, you can see how much of a difference it's made, and you can really see the sort of colour patchwork of the greens there. Now they are ever so slightly vertical in their coloured lines. You can see there's sort of a lighter green and then dark, and then the sort of yellowy dead grass there, but that's easily dealt with. And of course we'll be adding things like fences and details, and of course you've got the ballast itself to go down and whatnot, and signals and the wire cables to the signals. So all the details, as you can tell, but this doesn't half make a nice difference to the scene. And I have to tell you, I'm quite enjoying this bit, because what a transformation, as you can see from further down the layout, how it was to how it is. And with a bit of fettling, I think we're going to make this look half decent, I hope. So I thought, while I'm just adding this fence in, I thought I'd just have a recap, because I appear to have gone a bit crazy with the scenery. Now, as you've seen, I have gone up and around the tunnel, and I've done that mainly because it was so easy and so instant that it just transformed the look of it. So I ran with it, and I went to town, as you've seen. Now, there's still so much left to do, scenic-wise, lots of layers, but that's definitely one of the big changes to a layout, like we saw when we initially painted all the mod rock, for example, way back. It just changed the look, and from what you can see here, from what you've seen on the other side of the layout, this now just looks so dull and well, uninspiring, whereas the other side has now got some life to it, which is quite impressive. And so much so, I've decided to skip a few jobs and skip forward, roughly put this fence in, so I can then continue the grasses all around here, which should look rather nice. And there we are. How simple was that? Now, I did chicken out slightly, and I did put a bit of masking tape down on the road. I didn't want to put too much down because it is a country road, and I don't mind if some foliage or grass work gets onto the road itself. And I think there'll be a hedge or a fence, something this side. So as you're looking at it, I wanted to keep this side clear because I may put a white line down the road. So if I just do a small walk up the layout, you can really see, now I've tidied up a bit and put the signal box back, that it's really sort of brought a bit of vibrance to the layout that wasn't there before. Admittedly, the Class 37 is adding its own vibrance, but yeah, it just adds that something else, and I'm really pleased with how it's come together. So much so, I even took the fences down so I could lay the grass, and I got a bit carried away. So giving myself another job to do. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. Hopefully it comes across on camera. It's always a bit nerve-wracking picking colours, particularly the grasses. But as you can see, hopefully the area is looking quite smart and a good base to really go to town on the details. So as you can see, all very simple and rather instant effects really. It's really pulled this layout together and really sort of given it that energy that I think's been lacking for some time now. And well, if nothing else, it's given me the motivation to continue and bring more progress here on the layout. Right, I think we can probably tell that I've ignored the main line in this episode because the trains aren't running, and that's because I didn't get rid of all the ballast as I should have done on my jobs list. I went about adding grass, as you've seen. So that's the next job. I've also been given a mast from Westhill Wagon Works, one of their new masts for their new catenary system. Now, I don't think it's out yet. I don't think it's ready yet. That's the only one I've got, and it's just to sort of see how it fits here on the layout, and I think it looks pretty good. It's amazing what a bit of 3D printed work can do. So, as ever, at the end of the video, I want to just say a big thank you very much to Martin from WWS for spending the time showing me over the endless years how to do the layering system with the WWS products. These are all products I had in the larder since the original New Junction, believe it or not, so it's not a shameless plug. I also need to say a big thank you to Dan Everson of Tunnel Lane Model Railways, because I visited him for a work-related day trip, and again, he gave me the kick up the backside needed to get on with the scenery and do something I enjoy, and it's really pulled the layout together and really increased the motivation. So, for the last time as this 37 passes with its rail tour, I'm going to say a big thank you very much to you at home for watching. Don't forget, if you'd like to, you can click subscribe by hitting the button down in the bottom right corner to you. A big thank you as ever to the channel patrons. It really means a lot, and of course keeps the regular content coming. But otherwise, I want to say thank you very much, and I'm going to get on and hopefully have another video very soon. So take care, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye for now.